Frank Reich is able to do what I think Frank Reich can do as a head coach, I think the Colts could be one of the surprise teams this year. I'll say that right now.
Absolutely, and certainly the AFC South has gone from being a relatively weak division to probably one of the strongest divisions in the NFL, so it's going to be an exciting 2018 season. And, we got a lot of NASCAR fans that listen to this show as we do our NASCAR segment right before our NFL segment. You may have seen this, but the Philadelphia Eagles are going to be featured on the number 88 Chevy Camaro in Pocono on July 29th. The car scheme is the Philadelphia Eagles colors, and the Eagles are going to be on the hood, and on the bottom is the Philadelphia Eagles, world champion recognition in the NASCAR world. Did you see that, sir?
I got an email about that, yeah. One of the publicists that sent me an email. I'm sure you got it. If not, I can forward it to you. But, yeah, I did see that. I think that's really cool. I mean, Pocono's, an hour and a half outside of Philadelphia. I think it's a great idea. I love it. I'll definitely try and take a look at that and see what it looks like.
I've never been to Pocono. It's one of my destination tracks to go to. But you're right. It's just an hour and a half outside of Philadelphia. But, wow, what a difference in the scenery. The beautiful country that Pocono Raceway is in. I mean, it's not one of the honeymoon destinations of the world for nothing. That's for sure.
Yeah, listen, it's a great part of the world, man. Philadelphia, you got the big city. You got the Atlantic Ocean is an hour away from Philadelphia. You can go sit on the beach, or you can take the hour and a half, drive up to the mountains and go skiing, or sit in a heart-shaped tub and celebrate your honeymoon or anniversary, whatever you want to do, or watch a NASCAR race. Go out Long Pond, go to Pocono Raceway and check out a race. It's a great part of the country.
There you go.
Philadelphia area.
That's right. Well, I know you're busy, and I know you're getting ready to do a Philadelphia Chamber of Commerce ad. So all right, buddy. You have yourself a good weekend. We appreciate you jumping on and talking a little LaShawn McCoy, and we'll certainly be following that story. But really, we're excited about camp getting started, so I'm sure we'll be having you on more frequently in the coming weeks, sir.
Sounds good, my friend. Thanks. Have a great weekend.
You too. Ed Kratz, beat writer for the Philadelphia Eagles, our official NFL contributor, joins us, talks with us a little bit about the LaShawn McCoy story and certainly the twists and turns with that. We're going to keep our eyes on that as well. We're going to be joined here in just a moment here by Mo. I believe we're going to be joined by Mo from the Mia Sports Show. My name's Tom-Marquis, El Presidente. We'll be right back.
Tonight.
The Air National Guard is a reserve component of the United States Air Force and serves alongside active-duty Air Force members in times of a national crisis. In addition, the Air Guard serves the state and local community in a wide range of capacities. The reason people join the Air Guard is as diverse as our members and includes such reasons as a deep desire to serve their country, money for college, travel, new job skills, and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to find out more. Again, that's 1-800-841-3103. The Air National Guard, guarding America, defending freedom.
It's double trouble, double the fun at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. See the largest antelope on Earth, the giant eland, and the ugliest creature on Earth, the African warthog. There's so much to see and do, including the Midwest's only drive-through safari. Feed the animals, see live educational shows, feel the excitement. Have your picture taken with a python or cockatoo. Feel the adventure. Shop the Symbol Lodge gift shop with items available from around the globe. Visit the snack bar or picnic facilities. Enjoy a pony or camel ride. Or cheer your favorite porker on to victory in the famous Pork Chop Down. Bring your family to see the rare and exotic animals at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. Just take Route 2 to the Route 53 North exit and follow the sign. Only 17 miles west of Cedar Point via Route 6. Open every day, rain or shine.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you could save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike, you know.
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your moves.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming and I'm loud. Roar.
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything. Tonight, I just want to take you away. Throw your hands up in the train. Let's set this party alright. Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon.
All right, and welcome back to the balance. Going to our fourth quarter. Thank you to Tyson-Lautenschlager calling us from Toronto, the streets of Toronto, the Honda Indy going on up there, Indy Car going on up there. Also, Ed Kratz just joined us to talking with us a little bit about the NFL and LaShawn McCoy scandal and what's all going on in the NFL, getting ready for camp. Joining us now, though, Mo from the BS Sports Show. How are you, sir?
Good, my friend. How are you?
Fantastic. Never better, never better. I certainly do want to get your thoughts on this story we've been talking about throughout the whole show today for the most part. We've kind of been giving a lot of time to it. The story's kind of changed. We're now hearing some stories from the victim's attorney who think maybe she's not entirely sure. So you don't know if this is someone who's afraid in their life or whatever. But there's a lot of twists and turns of this. One thing we should point out, LaShawn McCoy has not been arrested. These are simply allegations. There's not been a link made to him by any investigator at all. But, however, if all of these facts come out to be true, Mo, let's get your thoughts on this story. And it does put the Buffalo Bills in quite the pickle.
Well, I mean, if it's true, I don't think there's any choice for the Bills but to cut him in the NFL, to suspend him indefinitely. If the allegations are true, this goes far and above a case like Ezekiel Elliott or even Ray Rice. But it's so sensational. It's almost like you were reading a fiction piece. I mean, where the guy beats his dog and things like that. It's unbelievable. There's been stuff, I think, in previous off seasons with him or his former teammate Deshaun Jackson, guys like that, and they've kind of seemed to skip out of trouble, over those times. So it'll definitely be interesting to see what happens.
Well, one of the things that you just got to sit back and certainly I just have a lot of whys. I mean, we saw the Instagram tweets, and I get it. Trust me, I understand if you're a woman who's been in domestic violence, you're afraid, and you're afraid to say anything, and I get that. But there were so many warning signs had somebody spoken up, even if it was her friend, based on the tweet we're just talking about, that, like you mentioned, alluded to, the dog, the son, his drug usage. They stayed quiet on that. And keep in mind, LaShawn McCoy did not beat this girl up. Now, we don't know who did because no one's been apprehended. We don't have the jewelry. We don't know if there was more taken than the jewelry. We don't know if this was just a random home invasion and she's capitalizing on this opportunity to go after LaShawn McCoy. You would think it's not staged. It's definitely not staged. I would be so shocked if this was staged. So you look at it both sides of the coin. LaShawn McCoy is the reason why they call him Shady. We were talking about this in the last. He might be a little bipolar. I don't know, but he one minute he's in one mood, and the next minute he's in another mood. And we know that he's no angel. That's for sure. But this takes it to a whole new level if this is in fact allegations that could be true. And you mentioned the Bills cutting him. He's 30 years old, so he's getting up there as far as football players' ages go. So get into some other talk here, but what are your thoughts on this? I mean, when you look at this, the way it's presented now, it does not look good for LaShawn McCoy.
No, and if I'm the girl that's the whistleblower in the case, I'd be worried about my safety. You're talking about a lot of money here, and obviously a guy who's got a narcissistic personality. A lot of the NFL athletes feel untouchable, and if I'm her, I think that at this point I'd be worried about my safety.
Well, absolutely. Let's shift gears. I talked a little bit about this earlier, just kind of a passing thing. If you just was to kind of just observe and just be a people watcher, we see LeBron James make the move to the L.A. Lakers. Everybody's like doing the lip service. LeBron's building a super team in L.A. to win a national championship before he retires. Okay, TMZ spotted LeBron James, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Robert De Niro, I believe. Sounds like an opening to a bad joke. Go to dinner at a restaurant. Not really sure what they talked about. TMZ asked him, what was your conversations about? Oh, we're just friends having dinner. That's all it was. That's not all it was. Read between the tea leaves. LeBron James went to L.A. not to be a basketball player, but to get into the Hollywood icon world, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron's been dabbling in this now for, 4, 5, 6 years, and it's to a point where I don't think he felt he could continue to do both things simultaneously out of Cleveland, and I think that being in the Los Angeles market for him, LeBron's a smart guy. LeBron's a guy who's very business savvy. LeBron's a guy who's very smart when it comes to other projects outside of basketball, and LeBron knows that his overall picture is basketball, that it's not going to last forever. And so LeBron has really now set in motion at full speed the plans for life after basketball. He's done movies himself, being in them, and then also producing them, and a couple of successful TV shows. So the move to L.A. Didn't surprise me at all because, again, it's hard to try to be a Hollywood producer and play basketball simultaneously from Cleveland. So the move didn't surprise me at all.
So let's talk a little bit about Leonard. A lot of people thought he would end up at L.A., but I think the Spurs had a different story. Seems and it hears the news, the rumor is that he's going to be headed to Toronto. Thoughts?
Well, if he's headed to Toronto, that's fine. It's going to be a one-year deal. And the Lakers, I think, are smart at this point to wait a year because why pillage your team just for Kawhi Leonard? Because the Spurs are going to want King's ransom for him, and we saw it happen 7 or 8 years ago when Carmelo Anthony wanted to be moved to the Knicks. The Knicks had to send almost every good player they had on the basketball team to Denver for Carmelo Anthony, and then he was stuck with a team full of nobodies and guys who were second-rate, NBA players. So I think, that the Lakers are smart to not trade for Kawhi this year. Wait it out a year. He wants to be in L.A., so let him play wherever he's going to play this year and wait it out and then join him next year when you might move on the behalf of LeBron James, Rob Pelinka, and Magic Johnson.
Well, absolutely. And so we'll see what turns up there in L.A. if this turns out to be a super team because, let's face it, there's another team in Northern California that has something to say about national championships. And, oh, yeah, they know how to beat LeBron James, and that's the Golden State Warriors. So I think they did a very good job in the draft. Let's talk a little bit about our Indiana Pacers. I think I don't pay much attention to the Summer League at all. I think a lot of people don't. But from the aspect of